Welcome back to the Sipping Sooner. Thank you for joining me again today. Today we just gonna kick back and chop it up, man, about a few things going on out here in these streets. We got NIL, we got transfer portal, man, and we got talking season. That's going down right now. So you already know what time it is. Grab your drink. I already got mine, and let's get it, baby.
I remember, I don't forget, bitch, I'm everywhere in town. Thinking about the ways to get my bread up. Trying to see the train we was up. I got no resentment, no vendetta. Yeah, she told me up because I let her. Bet I eat that bar like it's a setup. Tripping down on the stilettos. I don't want the silence. I've been overseas looking honest. They looking at me, choosing violence. Yeah, keep it on the low. You know that's the code. Okay, baby, that's the code. You already know. Got a bad.
Corso, I'm telling you, man, that shit hitting. All right, man. So like I said, we just gonna kick back, man, and talk about a few things, man, and let y'all know my perspective on a couple of issues, man. Right now, you got different content creators out here, man, doing talking season type thing. And you already know one of the most popular subjects right now is Oklahoma and Texas ready for the SEC? Or which one is more ready than the other? So we gonna get into that. Let's start off with some of this transfer portal stuff, man, because I'm still seeing all this panic out here, man, and all this worrying and we don't have any NIL money and all this type of bullshit. Man, look, when it comes to the transfer portal, man, you got to look at it like Valentine's Day in a way. You know what I mean? Like, I got a flower shop right down the street, man. You can go in there on any given day, 11 months out of the damn year, and you can get a dozen roses for little or nothing, like $9.99 or something like that. Nothing, man. Or $16.99 even if you want to go up. Valentine's Day is coming up, and I promise you, it goes all the way up to like $25, or something like that, just because it's Valentine's Day. That's how it is in the transfer portal, man. A kid decides to transfer. He knows that you probably have a need at that position. It's a bidding war, and then you end up overpaying for a kid. Now, most of these kids that end up transferring are kids that were sitting behind somebody else. Every now and then you'll catch one that leaves because he thinks he needs to have a better shot for a title or be on a better team. But usually, it's a kid, and I'm not going to say that he ain't good or not. I'm just saying that he ain't proven. And when you have non-proven players out here commanding, ridiculous amounts of money, it ain't a good thing, man. Somebody going to come up short. Now, I know I see OU fans, we want us to go out here once again and grab everybody that goes into the portal. Caden Proctor's getting ready to go into the portal. Caleb Downs getting ready to go into the portal. Both players from Alabama, both players 5 stars. Both players are really good. Now, those players there, I don't think you can overpay for those players. They got proven track record and proven results on the field that show that they that do. Now, you got some of these other players out here freshmen, true freshmen going into their true sophomore seasons, redshirt freshmen who didn't even see the field. These fools out here asking for money. And I'm sorry, man. Fuck that. We ain't finna sit here and worry about a player that we really have no idea whether he's good or not, and then paying him more than the guys already on the damn roster in the locker room busting their ass every day for the university. Man, look, I mean, all you got to do is think about it in these terms. If you was working at a job, say you've been at this job for 10 damn years, they hire some dude in off the street, got the same qualifications as you, but then they start him off at what you making right now. Nah, man, be mad as fuck. You know, you done busted your ass for 10 years, climbing the ranks, and then they bring this fool in off the streets and give him what they giving you? No, man. No, man. Somebody got to get slapped for that one. So it's the same thing, man. And then when you dealing with, you know, teenagers and young adults, man, it makes it even harder because, you know, next thing you know, you done pissed somebody off. Now you done fucked up your team chemistry. And then now you're trying to figure out how to get it back. You know, no, man, I really like the way that OU goes about their business. Now, if they decide to jump into Caden Proctor sweepstakes, then best believe you're going to get to see the NIL open up because he's somebody that you open it up for. You don't open that shit up for anybody that goes into the transfer portal. And that includes my man Hurd. You know, I mean, shit, Caden Green, they tried to open it up for his ass because he was already here. But if he wasn't already here, we wouldn't have even been in that sweepstakes. You know? So, any of these guys jumping in the portal just to get more money, oh, you probably ain't going to be in that shit. And you got to be okay with that, man. So, I mean, every time somebody jump in the portal and we don't get them, I'm tired of hearing this, oh, I'm disappointed. Man, shut the hell up. You got to make sense with this shit out here, man. You can't have a dude come in making more than the dudes that you depend on to get you to where the fuck you at right now. Everybody in that locker room, Danny Stutzman, Billy Bowman, yes, you open up the bag for them dudes if you want them to come back. Like I said, Caden Proctor was a 5-star man coming out of high school, committed to Alabama. I believe he was from Iowa when he was getting recruited, man, because it was kind of like, okay, that's weird that he didn't go to Iowa. But, you know, he went down to Alabama. And it is what it is, man. And in my opinion, yeah, that's a guy that you spend the money on if you can get him. Now, there is a damn line, you know, and a limit. You can't go up here and pay him an astronomical amount of money and then turn around and try to shortchange another person later on. It ain't going to work. You ain't going to be in that race seriously, you know. Caleb Downs, we already know, went through a few struggles early in the season, got his shit together, and showed why he was a 5-star. That man, he deserved to get paid. NIL, in my opinion, should be based off of results. You know, in my opinion. But, I mean, I'm just me. Don't nobody give a shit what I think. They do not give a fuck. So, at the end of the day, man, stop with all that bullshit of, oh, man, so-and-so's in the damn portal, man. We got to go get them. Man, fuck that shit. First of all, half the players we still got this stigma hanging over us. Half the players don't have no interest in us whatsoever unless it's for the money. Then the other half, we still got to be in a bidding war for those guys. And then that's when you have to weed through them and see who the hell's actually worth opening the bag for. And sometimes that is not who you think it is. Just because you got a good name, you know, and a good star ranking coming out of high school. But if you didn't play or put nothing on tape or put it on the field, in my opinion, no, we shouldn't pay for your ass. It's just that simple. If you don't have no tape or no evidence, to back up that you are who we think you are, then you shouldn't get fucking paid. That simple. All right, let's move on, man. Like I said, that shit, the whole transfer portal shit, man, it's a crazy world. And on top of that, I'm going to be interested to see how some of these locker rooms hold up, man. Because like I said, we got some of these teams out here, man, they don't give a shit about their current roster. They don't give a damn. They just want to bring in as many people as they can bring in. And I'm interested to see how the players on those teams move forward. Because I'm just telling you right now, I done said it many a times on record on this damn channel. I'm a very vindictive person, and I promise you, if I would have been on one of these teams and they brought in somebody and gave him more money than I'm getting right off the bat, and he ain't proved that he's better than me, then shit, I'm out this bitch. Just like I am when at the end of the show, man. I'm out of this hoe. They don't make no damn sense, man. So we'll see how it all plays out. I know one thing, if my son was on the team and they brought in some true freshman who ain't never done anything, got no snaps in college, and they gave him more than my son is getting, I'll go down there and pack his shit myself. So anyway, so let's get into the talking heads. Like I said, man, content creators out here right now, if you're not talking transfer portal, NIL, a little bit of conference realignment, then the next biggest story out there is OU in Texas ready for the SEC. I have to keep addressing this shit over and over until it's just, the shit is fucking nauseating, okay? I done said it on record many a times. If your name is not Alabama Crimson Tide or Georgia Bulldogs, OU can beat that ass. Now, on a good day, if everything's going right, we can get with Georgia and Alabama's ass too. We catch them slipping. Now, on a neutral field, gun to my head, Alabama and Georgia, they gonna get my nod for now. But come this upcoming season, your Auburns, your Missouris, Tennessee, South Carolina, I expect us to get knee deep in their ass. And I mean knee deep. Okay? I'm not fearful of any of those guys. Ole Miss, we'll see how the locker room holds up because they one of the major people out here doing they players dirty, in my opinion. So we'll see how that locker room hold up because me personally, man, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to give 100% for this guy over here making more money than me when he ain't done nothing, I don't know if I'm going to pick up that block, man. You might fuck around and get your ass killed out here. But anyway, we'll see, man. Like I said, all I know is this, man. It's just, I just ain't never, I mean, I can't understand because I just know the narrative and I know how the optics have been. Even when Lincoln was here, and I hate to even bring his fuck ass up. What a coochie ass mother. Ooh. Anyway, even when Lincoln was here, as high powered as our offenses were back then, it still would have been the same. We would have came in the SEC and whooped the dog shit out of everybody but Alabama and Georgia. Because ain't nobody else would have been able to keep up with us in the scoring department. Now, I'm not saying that we would have been in a good position with Lincoln because we know that ain't true. Because ultimately, our goal is to win the SEC, win a national title. And in order to do that, we had to get better defensively or basically give a shit about the defense. So Lincoln had to go either way. I'm glad his ass slithered off in the middle of the night, raggedy ass hoe. And keep in mind, like my uncle says, hoe is short for honey. Anyway, yeah, man. I can't wait, man. I can't wait for the gnashing of the teeth. Because all these teams, they've been hiding behind Alabama for years. Now they hiding behind Georgia and Alabama. They got even more cover. Their asses is finna be brought to justice. Brought to the altar to serve and pay the price for all that bullshit they've been talking, hiding around their big brother, So we'll see how bad that ass whooping unfolds. So as I was doing what I normally do during the off season, I like to move around and see get the temperature across the country from other content creators and what they thinking and what they feeling. My man, one of the OGs in the game, Uncle Lou, really disappointed me the other day. He really did. And I know Uncle Lou don't know me and don't give a shit about me. And he'll even say that in those exact words. That's why I like Uncle Lou. He keeps that shit raw. I don't agree with him all the time. Matter of fact, very rarely. But at the end of the day, hey, man, dude is, he's successful in doing what he do. Now, Uncle Lou had his little show talking about which one is more ready, OU or Texas. And I'll keep it short because it was a long, pretty long video. Basically what it came down to is he said he liked Texas's trenches and all of that. Well, you got to keep in mind, man, Texas lost a lot of those trenches. And the trenches that we lost, I think we got comparable, if not better, people in those positions coming in or already here. On top of that, Texas is a year ahead of us in their master plan. I think we will see, like I said, the biggest jump this upcoming season. We've seen Daddy make the jump. And right now, what we're seeing is individuals make the jump. Danny, Billy, you seeing individuals. But I think you'll see more of a collective team jump with even more people now. Because I keep saying it, man, I think it takes 3 years. It takes 2 years to learn Brent Venables' defense. Then it takes another year to actually get on field and actually put it in motion and actually understand what the hell you seeing out there. And I think we seen Danny make the jump. We should see Kanik make that jump, but he had a setback, so we don't know how much of a jump that's going to be because he basically almost got his ass replaced and sort of did last year. So Kip Lewis should make the jump. Kobe McKenzie should make a small little jump because he got enough game time to actually get on field action. Kanik should make a jump. You should see, and I keep focusing on the linebacker because that is the heart and soul of this damn defense. They are who are going to line these other guys up to make those plays. And if they don't know what the hell they doing, you can't expect the other guy to understand what the hell's going on either, because he ain't going to be able to tell them where to line up and be. It's cold as shit, man. I know it's cold when I'm still cold inside the damn house. But yeah, we should see a major jump, and it's gonna be nice to see, man. That's why it was so important to get Billy and Danny back, because we've always had those players that we sit there and say over the last 10 years that, man, if he would have just came back one more year, you know, Isaiah Thomas and them, when they left, him, Perion Winfrey, even Jalen Redmond, you know, if we get any of those guys back, do you know how good they would have been that next year? You know, even just personally, just individually. But no, it's always, oh, I gotta provide for my family, this and that, this and that. Then they go and wash out in the NFL, don't even make a team, and then now they back doing something right down the street, you know. Every now and then you'll see a story where it works out for somebody that should have, you know, that you feel should have came back. They go and then they actually, you know, make it, you know, at least to a second contract. That's the goal, is to make it to the second contract when you get to the NFL. Not the first, the second. First thing is to make a roster, then make the second contract, man. All right. So anyway, so Uncle Lou, like I said, was talking about the trenches. He feels better about Texas's trenches. You know, basically, you know, praising Texas, you know, this and that. Yeah, they got some pieces to replace. And as you can see, via the transfer portal, they are out here just spreading their legs for everybody in the portal. You know, I'm sorry, I can't help it. They out here buying wide receivers out the ass. They just got a dude from Oregon State. They got Bond from Alabama. Me personally, this is what I'm saying, man. Me personally, Bond ain't really lived up to his billing. Now, have I watched every Alabama game to see what he's doing? No. But I know one thing, I ain't been hearing nobody holler his damn name. Remember when Mitchell left Georgia? We knew that they was getting somebody that was going to be a contributor and an impact player. Now, to what degree, we didn't know, but we knew one damn thing. He was contributing and busting ass at Georgia, so we knew when he got to Texas, why would it change? I can't say the same with Bond. You know, but he's had some nice plays over his career. But, I mean, last time I checked, I didn't see him making any all SEC teams or anything like that. Now, I say that shit, like I said, I don't really know. I'm just going out on a limb and guessing. I'm going to go check this shit after I finish this now. Fuck around and get egg on my face. But anyway. No, man. I like our receiving core. We don't need no more damn receivers. We don't. Let's see, what do we need? Let's put it that way, because there's a whole lot that we don't need. What we do need is potentially another offensive lineman and maybe a defensive tackle. Outside of that, I don't think they should bring in anybody else unless, like I said, it's a proven guy like Caleb Downs or, you know, somebody like that. Because I'm telling you, you bring him in, you automatically losing someone. I mean, they'll be a fool to stay. Uncle Lou went on to basically shit on Jackson Arnold as well, talking about how he basically looked like shit in the bowl game and this and that. He is not just a Georgia fan. He's a college football fan. Uncle Lou pays attention to other teams' rosters and what's going on. So I find it hard to believe that he didn't understand that it was Jackson's first time seeing extended action. So he knew this and still shit on him. Because we all know what it was. Jackson's first time actually seeing real fucking action. I don't count the BYU bullshit. There was a half a game. And anybody that looked at that, unless you were a Jackson Arnold hater, then you had to sit there and go, okay, we can work with this. I can see it. You know? Did he make some mistakes? He's supposed to make some fucking mistakes. But at the end of the day, we know what the potential is, and we see flashes of it. And at least we see in flashes, because sometimes a lot of people don't even get that. But yeah, he shit on Jackson. And yeah, so I was shocked by that. Of course, he shit on the defense. Now, when it comes to the defense, if you just looking at the pure numbers, at, you know, like total defense, shit like that, then you sit there and go, I don't see the improvement. But if you dig in the numbers and you look under the surface at the analytics and even what we've seen with our own two eyes, man, I don't care what OU fan you are. Did they do some shit that disappointed us in some games? Yes, they did. But you a damn lie if you're going to sit here and try to act like they ain't improved, because they are. And we all seen it. So I don't want to see that bullshit out there either. And like I said, that was only with Billy and Danny, really. The only two that really made the jump, you know. So now that they dragging the rest of the team, they going to make the jump this year, or they better, or else we going to have some long conversations. We should see this shit look real nasty. But yeah, he shit on the defense as well. And then even after, you know, he kind of rode the fence. You know, it was like, well, I'm not going to say they ain't going to be good, you know. Well, which one is it? Do they suck ass, or do they have the potential to be good? Which one is it, man? Because you can't shit on them and then wipe it off and expect for us not to still smell it. At the end of the day, he ultimately said that he feels like they'll be ready for the SEC. Once again, I just keep laughing, man. When it comes to those three letters, SEC, OU has been ready for 20 years. For 20 plus years, we've been ready to take over the SEC. And had we been in the SEC 20 years ago, wouldn't be no damn Alabama or Georgia right now. It'd be LSU, OU, and probably Texas, unfortunately, running the damn show. Because 20 years ago, OU and Texas was the fucking SEC. So, now that we got that out the motherfucking way, let's continue. Yeah, man. So it's just talking season right now. There's gonna be a lot of shit said, and there's gonna be a whole lot of shit that some people gonna have to eat. But at the end of the day, we are all fans, most of us, and that's the beauty of college football, is talking shit. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong, and that's just life, man. But like I said, for all you Kentucky fans, Mississippi State, Auburn, Vanderbilt, we don't even need to discuss, Tennessee, South Carolina, toot it up and get ready. Reach over there, grab that loot. You know what time it is. I seen a guy the other day. He covers the SEC, and he kept trying to stress to the people watching his show that while everybody's sitting here on their knees worshiping Texas, that Oklahoma has been the Alabama of the Big 12. I'm finally glad someone actually realized and recognized and actually stated how dominant we've been. And we ain't that far removed from that shit either. It ain't like we talking 10 years ago. We talking what, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? So I can't wait to baptize all these fan bases that think that somehow One losing season puts them on our level. Yeah. Knee deep, baby. Knee fucking deep. Anyway, enough of this talking, man. I'm out of this bitch. Corso, here, man. Get you a little. He don't want to hit it. You weak. Anyway, all right. I'm out of this bitch. Peace.